Namasri Yatirajaya Vivekananda Surai Sajit Sukha Swarupaya Swamini Tapaharini. So today we shall discuss something about fear. I have chosen fear, the cause and the cure, as a topic for today's discussion. You all know Swami Vivekananda condemned this negative emotion very much. He said, "Be a hero and say, I have no fear." Fear is hell, righteousness. Fear is wrong life. Swami said it is fearlessness that brings heaven even in a moment. So the earth is enjoyed by the heroes, he says. According to him, a person who is absolutely fearless is a hero. So, how to become absolutely fearless? What are the causes of fear? Why we fear? How can we get rid of this fear, the negative emotion? And what is the cure? What is the antidote for this fear? We shall try to explore in the next 45 minutes or so. Fear is because of excessive imagination. You know, we have this faculty of imagination. Our power of imagination is very high compared to other animals. No other animal is endowed with this much capacity. They also have the faculty of imagination, but it's very little. But we have got very high imaginative faculty. And very often we misdirect it. We use it in a wrong way. Most of the times we don't pay much attention to it. What is happening in our mind? How our imagination is working. Whether it is working in our favor or it's working against us. Is there a way to cultivate it? We don't explore, we don't pay much attention to that. So most of the times our imagination is fed by our information. We collect information from various sources. For example, some negative information you have received, and the imagination runs right there. It goes wild. It's easy, to spread rumors, it's easy to spread fears, and automatically your imagination faculty gets activated as soon as you receive some negative information. And the nature of the human mind is such it gets attracted to negative information more than the positive. And then actually fear builds up within, all because of excessive imagination, which is fed by wrong information. So you need to be judicious, you need to be cautious with regard to what kind of information you are feeding your mind. So if you can't check that, at least you should pay attention to your mind, and after taking the information, how your mind is working, you should be able to see. If it is actually working in a negative way, it's projecting all fears there. You have to check it and you have to imagine things in a positive way. That requires, some focus and some attention upon yourself. So this faculty of imagination, a wonderful faculty, we can use it in a positive way or negative way. As information, if it is more negative, naturally the imagination also tends to become more negative. It won't be helpful to us, it won't be useful to us. It creates fear there and ultimately we get defeated in life if we don't pay attention to that. So today we don't use any discretion with regard to what kind of information we are taking into the mind. We just take it because it's available around, whatever that is available around, same we tend to take it. So it's very important how you cultivate this faculty of imagination. There is a way to train it. If you feed the mind with a positive information, good thought, noble thought, if you read good literature, and your imagination also works in a positive way, it imagines things in a positive way, and it brings joy into your being automatically. And again, there is something like inter-individual variability. Individual sensibilities and sensitivities are different. Somebody who is hypersensitive, a little negative information is sufficient they'll become panic and they'll get fear gripped. And somebody who is very stable and who is not that sensitive, okay, individual, you feed the individual with negative information, but still actually it doesn't take it that seriously. And so the imagination doesn't run right there in his brain. It depends upon the individual sensitivities also. Not all people have got the same kind of sensitivity. But yet, if you feed the mind with positive information all the time, noble thoughts, good thoughts, your imagination also will work in a positive way, and there is lesser chance of your building up fear from within. You will become fearless automatically. So, what you are feeding your mind, what kind of information you are actually loading there, you need to pay some attention to that. The second cause of fear, the first cause of fear is the faculty of imagination. It's a gift from God, in fact, but as we don't train it, we don't pay much attention to it, we misuse it, and then when you don't pay attention, it builds a fear from within because of negative or wrong imagination. The second cause is the sense of loss. For fear is, I might lose this, I might lose that. Sense of defeat, sense of loss. There are so many things are there. You might have this fear of loss of wealth, loss of health. Today, the corona fear is coming because of loss of health and loss of life also. That's why it's causing fear. Loss of health, loss of honor, loss of wealth, a loss of somebody who is very close to us. Something gets, something happens to them. Your close relative has fallen sick. You're all right, but that also, causes fear in you being. There are so many reasons like that. Sense of loss. What is the ultimate thing that we are likely to lose? Life itself. What is that which hold as very dear, very precious among all the things? Not our properties, not our money, not our bank balance. Certainly, the life is the dearest thing to every one of us. So, this is the most precious thing. But we have to part with life, right? One day. However beloved it may be, however precious it may be, one day you have to part with life also. So it is important that you prepare yourself for that eventuality also. But not many of us are prepared. That's the reason the fear comes. Fear comes because you're not prepared to let go the life. But one day you have to part with it. So how we can do that, we'll think afterwards. So this is the second cause of fear, sense of loss. I might lose something. You prepare for a competitive examination. So will I become successful or will I become a failure? Will I get it or will I not get it? Okay, success or failure. The prospect of failure creates fear in you. Because here you have invested some time and some energy. Okay, you have put in some effort and you are expecting the result. The result could be positive or negative. So then you think, what if the result is negative? The fear builds up. So the sense of loss, all the effort that I have put forth might go a waste. All my labor, all my hard work, all my energy, all my time. There are other people who have expectations on me. My parents are looking at me. How successful I become? Will I crack the exam or not? So that creates fear. Many of the young people suffer this fear because there is effort. Okay, the sense of loss, a sense of failure. This is actually the second cause of fear. The third is fear comes due to too much thinking about future. Presently, everything is going on fine, but tomorrow, everything is going on well now. But tomorrow, it will be, I don't know. As the animals, they don't have this faculty of imagination. There, they don't worry so much about tomorrow. But for human beings, actually, this problem is that is actually special endowed. We are specially endowed. As we have not trained, as we don't know how to train our faculty of imagination, nobody teaches us this. Here also, because of that only, we think too much about future. We project things into the future. Now everything is going on fine, but tomorrow. For me, it is going on fine. For my children, my relatives, my brothers and sisters, will it go fine for them? How they are placed, how they are faring, that also, because if you are attached to them, if you are very close to you, and you are concerned about their welfare also, definitely the future worries you, and it creates fear automatically. So, this is the third cause of fear in human beings. And the fourth is the fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown. So, what is going to happen tomorrow? We don't know. What is how the condition of life will be after a year? We don't know. When death will come, we do not know. Okay. If everything is known beforehand, there is nothing to worry, right? The future is uncertain. Will I get a job at the right time? Will I get married at the right time? Time is also important, right? You will get married, you will get a job after some time for sure. Some placement will be there, some source of livelihood you will be able to find. But will it be the thing that I really hope for, I really wanted? Or will it be the thing that I am aspiring for? Or something else? So all this thinking will definitely create fear in our being. Because we live too much in future. We think actually that has become part and parcel of our life and that we think it's natural, but it need not be natural. Live in the present, live in the moment. It's very important, right? Future, you're not sure. Today, Corona is telling, there is no tomorrow, it is telling. Right? So why to look into the future? So this may be the end, right? I'm not saying that this is that everybody should fear like that. So that's why it's not good to live too much in future. Future is uncertain because that is the beauty of life again. Everything is known beforehand. Okay, what is going to happen tomorrow, day after tomorrow, what is going to happen after 10 years, 15 years, everything is known beforehand. Then also there will not be any charm in life. Okay, because it is not known, it's interesting. Otherwise, you'll be bored with life. Because it is not known, life becomes interesting. That's the reason God actually doesn't let us know the tomorrow. Otherwise, life will be very boring and we'll be doing horrible things definitely. Because everything is known. Suppose if I tell you that you are not going to die before 80, whatever you might do, you do. But before 80, you are not going to die. You will do horrible things. Definitely. That's how our mind works. So it's good that we don't know what's going to happen tomorrow. Because of that only, actually, we have a little fear, that sense of, responsibility. Otherwise, we could become irresponsible as well. There is a probability. That's the reason God actually has kept it as a kind of secret. It's good. The fourth cause of fear is due to ignorance. In Vedanta, they don't give other explanation. They say that root cause of fear is ignorance, ajnana. If somebody is suffering fear, means he or she has ignorance. He doesn't know what he is. Okay, why Lord has created this universe? What happens post death? All these things an individual is completely unclear. That creates fear. The fundamental cause of fear is ignorance. Ignorance means not actually acquiring some information about the relative world. Why are we here? What happens post death? Where will we go after death? Why death? Who has created this universe? What is your connection with the divine or the creator of this universe? All these things actually you should understand. Okay? The cycle of life and death actually. So is samsara we say. Only when you have known the mystery of samsara, the ultimate knowledge we call it, the absolute knowledge. Once we have this ultimate knowledge of the absolute, we will become totally fearless, not before. So today you have all the basic necessities of life are satisfied. So you don't have immediate worries. So you are at relatively peaceful with you. There's not much worry with you. There's nothing much actually which is worrying you as such. You don't have any fear. But there is like fear that induced in every human being, the old age. Old age brings its own diseases. And then ultimate source of fear, that is death. So unless and until the problem of death, the mystery of death is solved, some fear will linger with every individual. There is nobody on this earth actually who is totally fearless except a self-realized soul. An individual who has known the truth, an individual who has experienced the truth, an individual who has known his or her connection with the divine is only is utterly fearless. All others have some kind of fear. You'll have to. There's no way. That's how actually life is designed. So there are these five causes for fear. It's a broad classification. There could be other reasons also. First, it is because of excessive imagination. We don't know how to train the faculty of imagination that God has given us. It's a great gift from the Lord, but not much attention is paid to that. This is how actually we are different from animals. Animals, they don't have this kind of memory or this kind of faculty of imagination. If you know how to train it well, then you can enjoy life well. You can make life more beautiful. The first reason is excessive imagination. The second is fear of loss. The third is we look too much into the future. We live in the future practically. Nobody lives in the present all the time, worry about future, tomorrow, 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 what is going to happen tomorrow. So then the fourth thing is the fear of the unknown, and the fifth is because of ignorance. So these are the five basic reasons why which causes or which induce fear in our being. Then what are the remedies? How can we overcome this fear? What is the cure? Some of you have told causes. What is the cure? What is the remedy? The first, the faculty of imagination. You must train it for sure, right? You have to check that excessive imagination. Why should I imagine in this way only? Why can't I imagine the other? So you just pay attention, and then you imagine things beautifully. They may not happen that beautifully, but at least imagine beautifully. The present will be pleasant, right? Things may not go that beautiful, right, in future, but at least imagine the things beautifully. At least present becomes pleasant. So if you imagine negatively, so most of the times, you know what happens. The things that we have feared, they have never happened. You fear things and you suffer. You have taken the suffering, and that thing has not happened at all. That means what? All the suffering is actually useless suffering. It was not a genuine fear. Most of the fears are like that. 99% are not genuine fears, are hypothetical fears, unfounded and baseless. Baseless in the sense that because we don't know how to train the faculty of imagination, our own mind is working negatively against us. That is the problem. The drama is going on. So it is important that you train the faculty of imagination and you imagine things in a positive way. Okay, right kind of information is very important. So if you keep reading scriptures, for example, literature like Swami Vivekananda or Bhagavad Gita, for any other scripture, because your mind is loaded with this kind of information, your faculty of imagination also becomes beautiful. Beautiful things are projected for you all the time. Okay, so your present becomes very pleasant automatically. So it's very important that you train the faculty of imagination. Don't suffer unnecessarily. If you don't pay attention, mind runs right there. As I have discussed many times here, we have discussed. The Yoga Vasishta says, afternoon also we were discussing. Yoga Vasishta again and again says through every page that mind is actually the goblin. Chitta Pisacha, Chitta Betala. Mind is a goblin. It's a ghost. You are living with a ghost. That's what our scriptures say. It is not your friend as yet, except for a self realized soul. For nobody in this universe, mind is a friend. Okay? For nobody, except for self realized soul. For self realized soul, it is totally subdued. It works in favor of the individual. For all others, actually, it works against most of the times. Different people at different degrees. If you are endowed with sattva, your mind actually doesn't work so much against you. Okay, it will be reasonably under control. But if you are tamas and rajas, it doesn't even let you know that it is cheating you. It doesn't even let you know that it's playing mischief against you. You won't be able to notice it. And it is so subtle, and it does in such a subtle way. It's not even possible for many individuals, if you are endowed with tamas and rajas, that your own mind is working against you, your own mind is playing tricks on you. It's very treacherous, very deceptive. Mind is very deceptive. That's what actually the description is in Yoga Vashishta. So once you understand this, that I am living with a ghost, you'll pay attention to the ghost, because the ghost is likely to cheat you. Ghost harms your interest. So you're always attentive. What my mind is doing, you pay attention to this. If everybody becomes conscious of this and everybody becomes aware of this, that I have a ghost, I'm living with a ghost, I need to control the ghost. I need to befriend the ghost. I need to subdue the ghost. Okay? I should not let the ghost act on me, dominate me, or otherwise it will become your master. It will make you dance to its tune. And you think suffering is coming from outside. No suffering for an individual comes from outside. Everybody's suffering is only from inside. Okay? 99% of the people are suffering not because there is an external agency that is causing them suffer. It is your own mind. But we don't pay attention to that. That is actually gives you suffering all the time. So from today onwards, have the conviction that you are living with a ghost. What is that ghost? Your own mind. It's a goblin. It is a Googling. So that's why our scriptures suggest us, ask us, not just to control the mind, annihilate it, destroy it. Then you miss nirvana, they say. So then you have to look into that. So how it survives, what is the root, what is the base, what is its feed, how, on what it thrives. Then you understand that it thrives on ego or it thrives on desire. You pluck it out, pluck the desire out, okay? That get rid of that ego sense, the disappears, the mind disappears. It is too nebulous, it doesn't have a form of its own. Because of the desire, actually, it assumes shape. If you have no desire, the mind cannot be there. It can't survive. It dies. Once the mind is dead, you are in nirvana, you are in consciousness, you are in your true nature, you are the absolute. You are the absolute. So that is what actual our scriptures talk about. They don't just ask you to control the mind, have little peace, little meditation. No. Conquer the mind. Conquer the mind. Aim for that. So this faculty of imagination can be trained. So right information you feed your brain with, and automatically your imagination also works in favor of you. At least you will have, pleasant experiences. Otherwise, it works against you and creates fear. Once you are filled with fear, then very difficult. Forget about spiritual life. Even in mundane life, also to become successful, you should be fearless. I'm not talking about absolute fearlessness. Even to improve the efficiency of work in relative world. And Swami says fear is actually that uh, evil spirit, which is the source of all suffering in the world. For all our miseries, actually, he traces it to fear. Because of fear, people take to violence. Because of fear, people tell lies. Because of fear, people, commit sin. So that's the reason actually he condemns it in the strongest terms. So don't take fear. So check the faculty of imagination and how it is working, whether it's working in favor of you or working against you. You just pay attention to. You've got a wonderful faculty, but you're not actually making good use of that. The second thing is fear of loss. Again, you have to use discrimination here. What I'm going to lose? Well, if I lose, what will happen? Will I die? No. What is the most precious thing? That is life. All other things are actually frills of life, accessories of life. Okay? The buildings, the properties, the bank balance, everything actually. Nothing is as important as life. They're all frills and accessories of life. Today, the virus is also actually not destroying life as much as it's destroying lifestyle. Okay? If you lose your job, what will happen? Will you die of starvation in this country? Hmm? What is the worst thing that is going to happen to you? You lose your job, unemployment, right? Will you die of starvation? I'm asking. People are imagining so many things, right? At least in this country, nobody will die of starvation. The plants are growing. Corona has not affected that. The trees will yield fruits and crops are there. Crops will be harvested and the food is there available. 2 pairs of clothes and 2 square meals per day. It will not affect you to that extent. The basic necessities are taken care of. Life is protected. Only lifestyle it will affect. So what is there to fear? Some fluctuation in the lifestyle. You may not be able to live with the same comfort with which you are living now if you lose job also. Little comfort will come down. So what? What is the need to fear, I'm asking. The people are imagining things I may not be able to live in the same way I'm living now. It should not matter much. This is again imagination, I'm telling you. So the worry comes because of this. There is some suffering, definitely, there is no doubt. But your imagination, your mind actually multiplies the suffering. You don't have to suffer so much. That you need to understand. So, sense of loss. What are you going to lose? You may lose your wealth, you may lose your property, but that is not life. It's not as important as life. Or also, you may lose your life also. So, what? We know in our culture that there is no death for man, right? Jatasya dhruvo mrityu dhruvam janma mritasya cha. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. Dehi nityam avadhyoyam dehe sarvasya bharata. In this deha, there is dehi, which is eternal, which is indestructible. This indestructible Atma, nobody can destroy it. So we are made in the image of God means in that sense. Mamayvamsho jiva bhute jiva loka sanatanaha. The divine spark is there in every one of us, as Swamiji says. All his philosophy, Swamiji actually made it revolve around this fundamental concept. Every soul is potentially divine. You are divine by nature. You are immortal by nature. The ultimate quality that our Maker, the Lord has, that is immortality. So we are also immortal because we have come from Him. That is there always with us. Whether you are aware of it or whether you are not aware of it, but it is there with you. Even if you want to die, also you cannot die because you are immortal. You are made in the image of God. Even if you want to destroy yourself totally, you cannot destroy. You can only destroy your mind and body at that's all. If you destroy your mind, actually you are in nirvana. So you can't destroy yourself. So what is the death? Only karma. It's not a full stop. You will take rebirth. Another body will get according to the karma that you have performed. Body is certain. So what is there to fear? Even if you lose life also, it's not a big thing. It is just only change of garment. One cloth, the torn garment, actually we remove and we put on a new cloth, new garment. In the same way, this old body has gone, a decrepit body has gone. Maybe young body doesn't matter when another body comes, fresh body comes. So what? What is there to fear? Use this kind of discrimination and make yourself fearless. There's nothing for us actually. Nothing in this world should cause fear. Plato said that nothing in the affairs of men is worthy of serious anxiety, he said, including death. The thing that which causes ultimate fear, highest fear, the death is also not a big thing in our culture if you are really exposed to this thought. Bodies come and go, but the soul is eternal and immutable. So by using this kind of discrimination, you have to overcome the sense of loss. Then you will be able to live a life of fearlessness. The third thing is future. What is going to happen in future? Live in the present. That's what our scriptures say all the time. We think actually it has become fashionable for people to live in the future all the time. So because of that worry, what is going to happen tomorrow, you spoil the present. Okay, all through life you conduct yourself in this way, worrying about tomorrow all the time. Then where is the beauty of life? Right? Oh, life is a life of suffering, right? Otherwise, just live in them. Tomorrow I'm not sure. Tomorrow I'm not there. I'm there or not, not sure. This is the only day I have. So I'm prepared. Tomorrow, of course, evening, after I complete the lecture and I go to room, we don't know. Yama might come to my room. Oh, your term is up. Your life is over now, he might say. So am I ready or not? I have to see. That's all. Every day if you live like that, not that actually we should die, not that I wish, anybody should die. We all actually want to live, but at the same time, you should prepare for that. We don't know when the actually call comes. People think it is pessimism and it's a negative way of living life. No, you should be ready. We don't know when the call comes. When the call comes, I'm okay, fine. So you have to keep the baggage ready. Possibly, actually, you will not take any baggage. So you have to make yourself empty. I am ready. Even today also, I am ready. If you can live like that, then it's a real life. It's a life of a hero, I say. It's a life of a hero. Nothing. Where people are accumulating things as if they would live for 1,000 years. Today, you just see, as if they would live for 1,000 years. Why that much of greed? Why that much of worry and anxiety? I have to accumulate, provide for myself, my children, my grandchildren, great grandchildren. This is a worry all the time. We don't know when the call comes from. Then, yeah, Corona actually is making us come to our senses. The virus is actually making us to come to our senses. This much of rush, this much of stress, this much of anxiety, this much of greed is no good. That means we don't know the glory of human life. It's an affront to human dignity to lead life with that kind of stress and anxiety. So that's why actually the virus is bringing us to our senses. So the future, don't think too much about future. Yes, you can have a plan, what I'm going to do in future. You can have a plan, you can have a goal, you can have an objective. But there's no point all the time thinking or worrying about the future. And the fourth thing is fear of the unknown. Fear of the unknown, what will happen after death, I don't know, Swamiji. Some of my relative has passed away. Where has gone? He has taken another birth. What is the proof? What is the guarantee? You have to rely on scripture. There is no other option here. Okay? Or you have to become an enlightened being. Only one of the two things should happen to you. Either you have to rely on the words of the sages and rishis who had experienced the truth, or you yourself have to get enlightenment to understand those things. Or at least we have this theory here. We are tremendously empowered. It's part of our culture, this understanding. In many other cultures, this kind of understanding itself is not there. That there is reincarnation. Many cultures and many people of other faith, they don't believe in reincarnation also. Then where is the hope? Where is the hope? They try to forget, they try to clear the memory. Okay, somebody very dear to them passed away because they don't believe in reincarnation. Then it's very terrible, right? To bear the suffering, to bear the setback, hardship. How will you be able to bear, I'm asking. So they will try to forget, they will try to clear the memory. Let me not actually think about that. How you will be able to do that? So automatically you will have to take to alcohol or drug. The memories actually come to you again and again. Somebody very close to you passed away. How you'll be able to forget? But here we know that that person has taken another birth. Yes, just actually this is a cycle. How much of consolation it gives, this knowledge, we don't know. This is true because Rishis have said, the people who had experienced the truth said this. That's why should we disbelieve? If you don't want to disbelieve, you want to understand it for yourself, so get to the truth. Get the experience for yourself. They have showed the path. I just tread the path and see what will happen. So this is how you need to check this fear. You need to overcome fear by understanding the things that will happen. The worst thing what is that will happen? That is death. Death is also change of garment, we know. So what is the need for fear? You are absolutely fearless now. The most terrifying thing for everybody, anybody in this world actually is death. You know the mystery of death also. I will be reborn. I will take up another body. So what is the thing to fear? If you don't want to be reborn, if you want to come out of the samsara, that is a great goal. You strive for it and attain enlightenment, attain self-realization. Then afterwards you will not be even reborn. You are one with the Supreme once for all. You come out of the cycle. You get out of the cycle of samsara for good. Okay? So that is the thing. So the fear of the unknown you can overcome like this. Next, fear is due to ignorance, ajnana. So you have to get rid of this fundamental ignorance. Mula karana, they say. Fundamental cause, this ignorance. So what is ignorance according to our scriptures? If you don't know who you really are, that is ignorance. If you don't know who you are really are, it is ignorance. This ignorance is the source of all trouble in the world. We have discussed these points here many times. As a human being, what are we? The physical body, the mind, and the soul or consciousness. Physical body, we are aware of it. The mind also, we are aware of it. Behind these two, beyond these two, operating these two, is the consciousness. That is the real principle of life in us. Body is not the real principle of life. Mind is not the real principle of life. Mind is also jada padartha. It is actually inanimate matter only. But it is subtle matter. Because of its subtlety, it gets the ability to reflect a consciousness. That's all. But that is not real. That is also matter. These two material things are animated by that supreme consciousness that is eternal and immortal. These three dimensions are there for everybody. Even if you don't want to become spiritual, you can't. You are already spiritual. Because there is spirit in you, which is actually the real living principle. People, they say, I'm an atheist, I don't believe in God. People say, I don't believe in spirituality. You don't have to believe in spirituality. It's not the question of belief. You are already spiritual. There is spirit in you. The spirit only making your mind and body function. There's no way actually you can deny spirit because you are actually built in spirit. You are already spirit. The only thing is, it is not in your awareness, it is not in your consciousness. To bring it into your awareness, to bring it into your consciousness, you need to do sadhana. That's all. Spiritual sadhana. How quickly you want to attain that, that depends upon the individuals. It depends upon your samskara, it depends upon your prarabdha. How intensely you long for that. For example, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, for people like Buddha, it became such an intense necessity. In this birth itself, I must experience the truth or die in the attempt. That was the resolve that Buddha had, Sri Ramakrishna Paramahamsa had, and Vivekananda had. Either I must experience the truth, I must know the truth, or die in the attempt. We don't have that kind of intense longing. We are actually trying to intensify that longing. It will happen over a period of time. So this is the fourth thing, ignorance. You have to get rid of the ignorance and you have to have this consciousness. You have to have this understanding that you are not the body, you are not the mind, that you are that eternal and immutable spirit, the Atman. You know the story in Buddha's life that Kisa Gotami, her only son died. She was a rich lady, the daughter-in-law of a rich person. Her only son, a young boy, died. You can just imagine the suffering and the pain that mother would undergo if her only son, a young child, passes away, boy. And she was inconsolable. So she asked everybody, please bring my child back to life. I can't bear this separation. And somebody suggested, there is Tathagatha, Buddha. Nobody else can help you. Your death, everybody is helpless before death. He might help you. Please go to him. So with great hope, actually, she brought the dead body of the boy in front of Buddha and asked him, oh, Venerable Sir, please bring back my child to life. I can't live life without my child. The child is so dear to me. So she was weeping, and then Buddha says, okay, I will do that. But he says one condition, you must bring me one fistful, okay, of mustard seeds. Yes, I'll bring from this town. You go to any house and just beg a fistful of mustard seeds. But Buddha puts a rider condition that you must bring the mustard seeds for me from a house where death has not happened before. Okay? She will go from house to house. Everybody is ready to come. They come forward to give her a fistful of mustard seeds. The mustard seeds are available in every house because the mustard seed oil only they use as cooking medium. But she will give the put the rider and says, "Has any deaths taken place in your home before?" Everybody would say, "My grandfather passed away recently. My grandmother passed away recently. My uncle passed away recently." So she get disappointed. Every time they would say like that, she got disappointed and she would move to the next house and next house and next house. Like that, she had knocked the doors of all the houses in that town. And then comes back to Buddha evening and said, so I could not get a fist full of mustard seeds. And everybody said that somebody known to them, some relative of them passed away. May not be in the immediate past, but maybe a little distant past. There is no home where death has not happened. Then Buddha says everything that is created, subject to change, subject to decay, and subject to death. This is an inevitable fact of life and inevitable fact of our existence. Because of this, suffering comes. There is no point grieving over this and seek the truth. And she, that who's the Gautami, she becomes a bhikkhu, a female mendicant, female monastic member, and she becomes arhat, one of the 80 arhats that, almost the people who have become like bodhisattva, people who have become enlightened. She takes to path of renunciation. So suffering comes because of this bereavement, and the solution is only to get enlightened. There is no other way to get rid of the ignorance. Who am I? What is my real nature? That is the only way you can get rid of all kinds of suffering. So, if you are more spirit oriented, in the sense, if you focus more on these things, spiritual things, you are making good use of the time and energy that God has given you. Life is ebbing away. Time is ticking. Tick, 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 tick. Lub, dub, lub, dub, lub, dub. One day only lub, no dub. Okay. So, time is ticking. Do you want God? Do you want to know your real nature? So many frivolous things we are doing. So much of time we waste. Useless gossip. Talking, you just see the world. People are living as if they would be here forever. Nobody is conscious of their mortality. There is no, it's very close to us. So our neighbor has died of corona, but this man is very confident. He is an unfortunate guy. You think tomorrow it could be your turn or my turn. Okay, tomorrow it could be your turn or my turn. Yes, death is so close to us. What are you doing to save yourself from death? Then you will come to your senses. Then God, repetition of God's name becomes important. Sadhana becomes important. But we are very callous. That's because of Maya. That's because of tamas. That's because of ignorance. The ignorance is so deep and so thick, and people they don't even know that they are in that level of ignorance. It's very important that you become little, awakened. You become a little more sensible. Time is ticking. We don't have an infinite time. We are all mortals. All the time, if you remember, if you're conscious that you are immortal, naturally you long for God. Nothing of this world will interest you. You will consider they're all, for kids. If you are really conscious of your mortality, all the people, whatever the people doing, whatever the things that they're doing, that becomes kid stuff for you. You don't want to be a kid. Okay, you are evolved. You are a grown-up individual. But we take things for granted. In India, one thing actually, because of this reincarnation, has been preached so intensely and for so many times. But that's good and bad at the same time. It has done good and it has also done so much bad. Good in the sense that you don't fear death. Okay. Again, rebirth is there. Consolation. Again, it is also, okay, has done a lot of damage. How? You become complacent. Anyway, I'm going to be reborn. So why should I die? Okay. Why should I worry for God? You become complacent. But I want to tell you that there is no guarantee that you will get human birth. Human birth will come. You will get rebirth for sure. It could be human birth or animal birth. Human birth will come only when you have sufficient degree of punya in your account. You have done a lot of meritorious deeds in this birth. You have done sadhana. Then you will be eligible for a next human birth. Otherwise, not. That's what our scriptures say. To get a human birth is very rare. It's a great gift from the Lord. How you are using it? Are you making it for good use? Are you making good use of that? Or are you misusing it? Most of the times, if you analyze our lives, well, petty things we are doing, so much of time goes a waste, and we are not conscious that we are mortals. We are not even conscious that actually death is fast approaching us. Birthdays people are celebrating. That means what? You have come 1 year closer to death. How can you celebrate birthdays? Right? 50 years people, 60 years there and there, and they're celebrating birthdays. Okay. Death is fast approaching you. At least at that day, you should pray to God. You should not celebrate your birthday. So, because actually death is coming close. This is important. That means we are not very conscious of our mortality. So, get out of this fundamental ignorance. That is the way. So, ultimate solution for all the fears that we undergo is Advaita, non-dual consciousness. Our scriptures say there's only one consciousness, there's only one universal spirit that is manifesting through the whole of the universe. Advaita saves you from all kinds of fears. You become absolutely fearless. Till you attain to that God realization, some fear will definitely be linger, some fear will be with us, and maybe some fear is also good because that makes people actually more sensible. If that is also not there, probably I think we will go more irresponsible. Swami Turiyanandaji, one of the direct monastic disciples of Ramakrishna Paramahamsa, all through his life he had studied so many scriptures. He was doing sadhana in the Himalayas in Tehri Garhwal. One day actually he was in a village. The villagers had provided him a small thatched hut. He wanted to stay for a few nights there, few days. He was doing his sadhana there. For that hut, the door actually was broken. So he was inside that. Suddenly, the dead of the night, he heard the cries of the villagers, tiger, tiger, shouts of the villagers, tiger, tiger. So suddenly, because the door was a broken door, a few little fear came into his being, and he put few bricks against the door, fearing that actually the tiger might come into my cottage. Suddenly he reflected, see, all through the years I have been reading the scriptures that Advaita, that everything is God, everything is Brahman. What happened to my Brahman? The tiger is also Brahman, I am Brahman, how Brahman can fear Brahman? So he discriminated that something has gone wrong. I'm not able to put what I have read into practice. So immediately he remembered a mantra from Taittiriya Upanishads, which says, the meaning of which is this: for fear of him, the fear of that Brahman, death acts. So death is also helpless. The God of death acts according to the will of that supreme Brahman or consciousness. And why should I fear if I am really established in Brahman, if I am thinking about Brahman? So he kicks off those bricks and removes all those bricks and then sits in meditation. Fortunately, the tiger has not gone towards that cottage. So Vivekananda also, one day he was in the Himalayas. Many such incidents are there in the lives of the direct disciples. He was going along with his dear disciple, Swami Sadananda. On the way, they found a few bones strewn around with a saffron cloth. A piece of saffron cloth also was there. Pointing to that place, Swamiji said to Sadananda, here actually a tiger devoured a monk. Tiger killed a sannyasi and had eaten. And are you afraid? Swamiji asked Sadananda. And he said, no, I am not afraid because you are there by my side. Because you are there by my side. Swamiji did not ask him further. So Swami said, what happened there? That means what? He was training his disciple Sadananda that if you are really established in Advaita consciousness, you should not fear anything in this world. Many monks would move like that in Himalayas. Even now they are there. Of course, tigers are not there to fear. But even past also, 100 years back, 200 years back, in the Rishi period, you just imagine for 3,000, 4,000 years back, what kind of thick forest existed there. Full of tigers, infested with wild animals. But they never feared those animals because they knew that it is all one God and one consciousness. I have no intention to harm this tiger. So they would not move like that. So the tigers would never harm these people. Tigers would harm only those people who are afraid of them. There is a subtle law, operating through the whole of the universe. They meditated in those forests, never fearing these wild animals, predators. Because this is possible when you get established in Advaita. You have lost all your body consciousness. You are established in Brahman. Everything is Brahman. So when you are utterly fearless, though animals also they will not actually harm you. Generally, when seeing tiger or that wild animals or other animals run away, but when you go, you are establishing Advaita consciousness. It will become your friend. That is God. I am God. What is there to fear? So when you exude that kind of fearlessness, the tiger also looks around you at you and then goes away. There is a law operating. It understands that this is something not to be harmed and goes away. Patanjali Yoga Sutra also it is said that after attaining samadhi, when you attain to the samadhi, you will become so peace loving because there is no dvesha in you, there is no kind of hatred in you towards any being and fear. Once you conquer that hatred and fear, the whole world will befriend you. Even beings like snakes and wild animals will befriend you. And in your presence, they will experience such peace. Then they understand the glory of your being. Not human being. Human beings sometimes they may not understand, but these animals understand better. These animals understand a self-realized soul, a fearless man, better than human beings many times. The tiger is an intensely restless animal because it longs for peace, because it eats a lot of raw flesh. It is utterly restless. As soon as it comes in contact with a sage or rishi, in the presence of that rishi, it experiences such peace, then it understands that this is something special. This is worthy of my veneration. An animal understands. Animals may not be having communication, may not be having words, but they do understand the individual, the vibration they sense. Animal senses are very sharp. The very vibration of the individual they sense. And they will not be able to harm you. So then should I not fear anything in this world? I should become utterly fearless means what? Should I not fear anything? Fear unrighteousness. You need to fear suspicion. You need to fear anger. You need to fear jealousy. You need to fear envy. You need to fear dishonesty. Okay? You need to fear pride. They're all the negative things. If you have them, actually fear. You need to get rid of them. Okay? You need to get rid of them. They're all your enemies. If you have these things in you and you need to fear them, the sooner the better for you. The sooner you get rid of them, the better for you. So ultimately, you just see what are the three fundamental things of life: food, clothing, and shelter, right? Food, clothing, and shelter are the three fundamental things. The problem with human being is that till you acquire these fundamental necessities of life, basic necessities of life, you are totally preoccupied with that. Once you get these things, now what to do, you don't know. Okay, that's why you have created a deep mess. Now Corona is trying to clear the mess. Where this is happening? Very painful. It's a painful course correction. We have created a mess. How can you say, Swamiji, that how you know that we have created a mess? Life has become so stressful, full of anxiety. If you are living life with this kind of stress and this kind of anxiety, means how can you call it life? It's living death, right? Where is peace? Where is peace? Where is quality in life? Why have you created such a world? That means you have gone somewhere wrong. Okay, something has gone wrong with the way we have constructed, with the way we have built our societies and civilizations. Where have we gone wrong? Today, nobody wants to think, nobody wants to reflect. So this is a flow. I can't actually swim against the flow. I just want to be with the flow. That's all. Where people are afraid even to think differently, then I might lose. I might lag behind. This is the fear. You have created a race and you want everybody to join the race. And somebody doesn't want to run with you because you're running very fast. You are Hussein Bolt. I don't want to, run with you. I can't run as fast as you can. No, no, no. You have to come and run. That's what the society is telling. You have to join the rat race. Others are in race, others are running. You too need to run. That's what we are saying through our schools and children. You have to get marks, you have to get grades, otherwise there's no life, there's no survival. We actually uh, create fear from that very early age in life. We infuse fear into the psyche of the child. Unconsciously we are doing, we are not so much conscious of that. There is no survival for you. Then there, how can the individual become creative? How can actually individual blossom into a full life with that level of fear? Elders have some stress and anxiety, is okay. Even children are full of stress and anxiety. They have gone wrong, definitely. So life has become a little slow now, right? The virus has applied brakes. It's good. Divine Mother, actually. Course correction is happening. So take it like that. It's not such a negative thing. There is, unfortunately, life loss is happening. We need to pray for those souls. But again, I said already, Not that we are very fortunate and those people who have died of corona are unfortunate. Tomorrow it could be your turn and my turn. Okay. We are also very close to death. Think about God. Think God. Repeat God's name. It's the only way. Surrender. Absolute surrender. So, had we not, this is actually very gentle course correction compared to the Spanish flu and other things you just see. Imagine a war, Second World War, how terrible it was. Divine Mother actually is trying to be as gentle as possible. This correction has become absolutely necessary because of the mess that we have created. Why have we created the mess? The fundamentals of life are not clear. Fundamentals of life are not clear means what to do after the basic necessities of life are satisfied, are provided for. You don't know, you have not figured out what you are, then you should turn inward and you should enjoy, meditation and contemplation, prayer, selflessness, repetition of God's name. They will enhance your quality of life, your experience of life. From within, actually, you can derive so much of peace and happiness. If today anybody does like that, he is a madcap. You brand him a mad person. He is not running with the rest of the people, he is not providing for himself, he is not trying to accumulate more. You brand him as a mad individual. The people around, they will do. So, this is the land of rishis and the land of sages. Here also, if we don't contemplate, if we don't take up this spiritual path and spiritual life seriously, who else will do? We alone have this kind of knowledge, so much of spiritual knowledge. We can distribute it, we can give it to the rest of the world. We can help them become a better human beings, better civilization, human civilization. We can develop. We have the opportunity, but we are also not so keen to cultivate our own knowledge. Our rishis have passed it on through the generations. Through the corridors of time, actually, this rich heritage has come to us, but we don't want to celebrate that. We don't want to cherish that. It is very important that you need to give it to others. You need to cultivate it first, this treasure. So, as the Lord says in the Bhagavad Gita, death is also not to be, you know, uh, feared. When Arjuna refused to go to the battlefield, after going to the battlefield, he said, "No, I can't fight this battle." He says, Vepatuscha Sri me. My body is trembling. The bow is actually slipping from my hand. The Lord says, in second chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, it comes beautifully. Kshudram Hridaya Daudbalyam Tyaktvottishta Parantapa. This kind of base faint-heartedness is unbecoming of you, Arjuna. Tyaktvottishta Parantapa. Klaibyam mas magamaha partha naitatvopapadyate. Shudram Hridaya Daudbalyam Tyaktvottishta Parantapa. Klaibyam. So don't give in to this kind of unmanliness. It doesn't befit you. You don't have to even fear death. You'll become a hero, Krishna actually says to Arjuna. And you know what happened thereafter. So we have this lofty philosophy. So you don't have to give in to this base faint-heartedness that defeats us. This fear defeats us. Arjuna was about to be defeated by the fear, and the Lord actually gives him the knowledge. Knowledge is the best antidote for all kinds of fears. If you have a right understanding of life, you don't have to fear anything. So Bhagavad Gita actually empowers us in that way, and Vivekananda's ideas and thoughts empower us in that way. Upanishads empower us in that way. Swamiji again and again says there is only one message that is coming from all the Upanishads, that is, be fearless. Abhi, abhi, be fearless. That is the message that comes to us from our Upanishads. Because knowledge is the antidote for all kinds of fears. Ultimate knowledge, absolute knowledge. I don't mean knowledge about the physical universe. Knowledge about our relation with the divine. Knowledge about the purpose of our existence. Knowledge about the happening after death. Where will we go? These are all the questions that should agitate your mind. Once you are provided for basic necessities, food, clothing, shelter are taken care of, then you should think about these fundamental problems of life, old age, death. These are all the limitations. How can I overcome these limitations? What is going to happen to me after death? Why God has created this world? How I am connected with the divine? So all these questions you will be able to think only once these basic necessities are satisfied. But otherwise, it will be difficult. You get preoccupied with that, right? But there are n number of people in this world for whom actually all these necessities are minimum. Luxury is also provided, but still they want to have more of the material things, but they don't want to take to the path of spirituality. I think actually human civilization will evolve in a okay, it's a big leap towards the infinite because of this present virus time. Surely it will make people think all over the world, reflect on the nature of our existence, the way we have constructed our society, the way we have built our civilization. A lot of rethink will happen. We'll be rebooting our lives for sure. In that way, it's not such a negative thing or such a tragedy. The Lord says actually how he consoles Arjuna. Dehi nosmin yata dehe kaumaram yavvanam chara tata dehantara praptihi dhiras tatra namuhyate. Oh Arjuna, you don't have to grieve, death also. Even if death happens to you, it's not such a big thing, he says. Yata kaumaram yavvanam jara. Even as uh, childhood, youth, and old age happen to a physical body, the same way for soul also, for embodied being, the soul also takes to another birth. It's not an end. It's just it keeps evolving from lower life to higher life to further higher to further higher, and till you become enlightened. Till you become enlightened. We have discussed this point many times. From human being onwards, there is no further physical or organic evolution. Hereafter, it is intellectual and spiritual evolution. This upakarana, or this upadhi, the body and mind, has the capacity to experience the highest truth. Make good use of this. That's what our scriptures say. Do sadhana and try to do meditation. Try to repeat God's name. Try to engage yourself in selfless activities as much as you can. If you can't do distribute physical things of money or material things, just pray for the welfare of the whole mankind. That helps you expand your consciousness. You'll come closer to the truth. This is the best of the instrument that God has given you. Don't misuse it. Time is ticking. Okay, not too much of life is there. The sooner the better. So always have this consciousness that I'm immortal and death is actually following me like a shadow. It's not just to frighten you, but that will bring us to our senses and will help us actually make good use of the time, the remaining lifespan that we have got. So we should stop here for today. सर्वे भवन्तु सुखिनः सर्वे सन्तु निरामया सर्वे भद्राणि पश्यन्तु मा कश्चित् दुःखभाग् भवेत् हरि ओम् तत्सत् श्रीरामकृष्णार्पणमस्तु
Bhava गुणजित् गुणेभ्यः नक्तं दिवं सकरुणं तव पादपद्मं मोहं कषं बहुकृतं न भजे यतोऽहं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो भक्तिर्भगश्च भजनं भवभेदतारे गच्छन्त्यलं सुविपुलं गमनाय तत्त्वं वक्त्रोद्धृतोऽपि हृदये न च भाति किञ्चित् तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो तेजस्तरन्ति तरसा त्वयि तृष्णा रागे कृते हृतपथे त्वयि कृष्णे मर्त्यामृतं तव पदं मरणोर्मि नाशं तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो कृत्यं करोति कलुषं कुहकान्तकारे शान्तं शिवं सुविमलं तव नाम नाथ यस्मादहं त्वशरणो जगदेकगम्या तस्मात् त्वमेव शरणं मम दीनबन्धो ॐ स्थापकाय च धर्मस्य सर्वधर्मस्वरूपिणे नमः। सर्वमङ्गल माङ्गल्ये शिवे सर्वार्थ साधिके शरण्ये त्र्यम्बके गौरी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। सृष्टिस्थितिविनाशानां शक्तिभूते सनातनी गुणाश्रये गुणमये नारायणे नमोस्तुते। शरणागत दीनार्ता परित्राण परायणे सर्वस्यार्थे हरे देवी नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी नमोस्तुते। जय नारायणी प्रकृतिं परमा अभयं वरदं नररूपधरं जनतापहरं शरणागतसेवकतोषकरिं प्रणमामि परां जननीं कमलपटावृते नित्यं शारदे ज्ञानदायिके पापेभ्यो नः सदा रक्ष कृपामयि नमोऽस्तु ते रामकृष्ण गतप्राणा तन्नाम श्रवणप्रिया तद्भावरञ्जिताकारा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः पवित्रं चरितं यस्याः पवित्रं जीवनं तथा पवित्रता स्वरूपिण्ये तस्यै कुर्मो नमो नमः देवीं प्रसन्नां प्रणतार्पयन्ति योगीन्द्रपूज्यां युगधर्मपात्रे तां शारदां भक्तिविज्ञानदात्रीं दया स्वरूपां प्रणमामि स्नेहेन बध्ना सिंहानो स्मरीयं दोषान् शेषान् सगुणीकरोषि आहेतुनानोदयसे सदोषान् स्वाङ्गे गृहीत्वा यदिदं विचित्रम् प्रसीद मातर्विनयेन याचे नित्यं भवस्वेहरति सुतेषु प्रेमैकबिन्दुं चिरदात्मचित्ते देशिं च चित्तं कुरुणाशुशान्तम् जननीं शारदां देवीं रामकृष्णं जगद्गुरुं पादपद्मे तयोः श्रित्वा प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः प्रणमामि मुहुर्मुहुः
పేజ్ 11 ఒకటి
तिलका सिद्धिविनायका चन्दन तिलका शरणं शरणं भक्तरक्षका शरणं 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 भक्तरक्षका
शरणं शरणं भक्तरक्षका
गणनाथा 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 विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथ विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथ विघ्न विनाशक गणनाथ 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 गणनादा गणनाथ गणनाथ भक्त पारवरदायका भक्त पारवरदायका शरणाश्रय भवतारका शरणाश्रय भवतारका भक्त पारवरदायका भक्त पारवरदायका शरणाश्रय भवतारका शरणाश्रय भवतारका सिद्धिविनायका चन्दन तिलका सिद्धिविनायका चन्दन तिलका सिद्धिविनायका चन्दन तिलका सिद्धिविनायका चन्दन तिलका शरणं शरणं भक्तरक्षका शरणं शरणं भक्तरक्षका शरणं शरणं भक्तरक्षका गणनाथा 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 गणनाथा
పేజ్ 24 24
चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 पाहि मां चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां रत्नसानुशरासनं रजताद्रिशृङ्गनिकेतनम् केतनम् शिञ्जिनीकृतपन्नगेश्वरमच्युतानन सायकम् क्षिप्रदग्धपुरत्रयं त्रिदशालयैरभिनन्दितम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वैयमा चन्द्रशेखर चन्द्रशेखर पाहि माम् चन्द्रशेखर चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष माम् भेषजं भवरोगिणामखिलापदामपहारिणम् दक्षयज्ञविनाशनं त्रिगुणात्मकं त्रिविलोचनम् भक्तिमुक्तिफलप्रदं सकलाघसङ्गविनाशनम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वैयमा चन्द्रशेखर पाहि माम् चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष माम् भक्तवत्सलमर्चितं निधिमक्षयं हरिदम्बरम् सर्वभूतपतिं परमप्रमेयमनोत्तमम् सोमवारणभूताशन सोमपानिल आकृतिम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वैयमा चन्द्रशेखर पाहि माम् चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष माम् विश्वसृष्टिविधायिनं पुनरेव पालन तत्परम् संहरन्तमपि प्रपञ्चमशेषलोकनिवासिनम् क्रीडयन्तमहर्निशं गणनाथयूतसमन्वितम् चन्द्रशेखरमाश्रये मम किं करिष्यति वैयमा चन्द्रशेखर पाहि माम् चन्द्रशेखर 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 रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष मां चन्द्रशेखर रक्ष मां।
పేజ్ 41
डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे डमरु हर बाजे बाजे डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे। त्रिशूलधर अंग भस्म भूषण त्रिशूलधर अंग भस्म भूषण त्रिशूलधर अंग भस्म भूषण त्रिशूलधर अंग भस्म भूषण व्यालमाला गले विराजे त्रिशूलधर भस्म भूषण व्यालमाला गले विराजे डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे। पंचवदन पिनाकधर शिव वृषभवाहन भूतनाथ 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 रुंड मुंड गणे विराजत रुंड मुंड गणे विराजित रुंड मुंड गणे विराजत रुंड मुंड गणे विराजत अजर अमर दिगंबर हे रुंड मुंड गणे विराजत अजर अमर दिगंबर हे डमरु हर कर बाजे बाजे 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 त्रिशूलधर अंगभस्मभूषण त्रिशूलधर
अंगभस्मभूषण
त्रिशूलधर अंगभस्मभूषण त्रिशूलधर
अंगभस्मभूषण
व्यालमाला गले विराजे त्रिशूलधर अंगभस्मभूषण व्यालमाला गले विराजे डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे 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 पंचवदन पिनाकधर शिव वृषभवाहन भूतनाथ
पंचवदन पिनाकधर शिव वृषभवाहन भूतनाथ
पंचवदन पिनाकधर शिव वृषभवाहन भूतनाथ
पंचवदन पिनाकधर शिव
वृषभवाहन भूतनाथ तुंड मुंड गणे विराजत
तुंड मुंड गणे विराजित
तुंड मुंड गणे विराजत
तुंड मुंड गणे विराजत
अजर अमर दिगंबर है
तुंड मुंड गणे विराजत
अजर अमर दिगंबर है डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे 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 डमरू हर कर बाजे बाजे।
पेज 60 60।
समरे नाचे रे कार्य रमणी 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 नाशिछे तिमिरे तिमिर वरणी नाशिछे तिमिरे तिमिर वरणी नाशिछे तिमिरे तिमिर वरणी नाशिछे तिमिरे तिमिर वरणी समरे नाचे रे कार्य रमणी समरे नाचे रे
कार्य रमणी
हुंकार बे मगना तांडवे हुंकार बे मगना तांडवे हुंकार बे मगना तांडवे हुंकार बे मगना तांडवे चमके दामके जनो रे दामिनी 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 समरे नाचे रे कार्य रमणी समरे नाचे रे
कार्य रमणी
अट अट हासी समर उल्लासी अट अट हासी
समर उल्लासी
अट अट्टहासी समराय उल्लासी अट अट्टहासी
समर उल्लासी
दिति सूत नाशे धनुज दलनी 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 समरे नाची रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे
कारे रमणी
असुर संहारे असुर प्रहरे असुर संहारे असुर प्रहरे असुर संहारे असुर प्रहरे
असुर संहारे असुर प्रहारे
वर भय करे सृजन पालिनी 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 समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे
कारे रमणी
वाम भयंकरा भीषणे माधुरा वाम भयंकरा भीषणे माधुरा वाम भयंकरा भीषणे माधुरा वाम भयंकरा भीषणे माधुरा हर मनोहरा मनस मोहिनी हर मनोहर मनस मोहिनी हर मनोहरा मनस मोहिनी हर मनोहरा मनस मोहिनी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे
कारे रमणी
संसारारण्ये अनन्यशरण्ये संसारारण्ये अनन्यशरण्ये संसारारण्ये अनन्यशरण्ये
संसारारण्ये अनन्यशरण्ये
श्रीराम प्रसन्ने शरणदायिनी श्रीराम प्रसन्ने शरणदायिनी श्रीराम प्रसन्ने शरणदायिनी श्रीराम प्रसन्ने शरणदायिनी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी नाशिचे तिमिरे तिमिरो वारणी
नाशिचे तिमिरे तिमिरो वारणी
समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी समरे नाचे रे कारे रमणी
నామావళి 129 129. రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామ 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 నామ
తారకం
రామ 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 నామ తారకం
రామ 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 నామ తారకం
రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ
భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం
సర్వలోకనాయకం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
సేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన
పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం
సర్వలోకనాయకం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన
పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన
పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
రామ 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 నామ తారకం
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 రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం
రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం
రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం రామకృష్ణ వాసుదేవ
భక్తి ముక్తిదాయకం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం
సర్వలోకనాయకం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన
పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
జానకీ మనోహరం సర్వలోకనాయకం జానకీ మనోహరం
సర్వలోకనాయకం
శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం శంకరాదిసేవ్యమాన
పుణ్యనామ కీర్తనం
రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామ 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 నామ
తారకం
రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామ 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 నామ తారకం రామ 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 నామ తారకం. 152 152. गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविंद गोकुलपालक परमानंद गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविंद गोकुलपालक परमानंद गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविंद श्रीवत्साङ्कित श्रीकौस्तुभधर श्रीवत्साङ्कित
श्रीकौस्तुभधर
भावक भयहर पाहि मुकुन्द श्रीवत्साङ्कित श्रीकौस्तुभधर भावक भयहर पाहि मुकुन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक परमानन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक
परमानन्द
गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द आनन्दामृत वारिधि केला आनन्दामृत
वारिधि खेला
अलघु पराक्रम अनुपमशीला आनन्दामृत वारिधि केला अलघु पराक्रम अनुपमशीला श्रीनन्दात्मज श्रितजनपाल श्रीनन्दात्मज
श्रितजनपाल
श्रीनन्दात्मज श्रितजनपाल श्रीनन्दात्मज
श्रितजनपाल
श्रीकरकिशलयलालन लोला श्रीनन्दात्मज श्रितजनपाल श्रीकरकिशलयलालन लोला गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक परमानन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक परमानन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द पाटित सोररिपो पादपवृन्द पाटित सोररिपो
पादप्रवृन्द
पावन चरित परामृत कंद पाटित सोररिपो पादपवृन्द पावन चरित परामृत कंद नाट्यरसोत्कट नानाभरण नाट्यरसोत्कट
नानाभरण
नाट्यरसोत्कट नानाभरण
नाट्यरसोत्कट नानाभरण
नारायण तीर्थवन्दित चरण नाट्यरसोत्कट
नानाभरण
नारायण तीर्थवन्दित चरण गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक परमानन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक
परमानन्द
गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द श्रीवत्साङ्कित श्रीकौस्तुभधर श्रीवत्साङ्कित
श्रीकौस्तुभधर
भावकभयहर पाहि मुकुन्द गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द गोकुलपालक
परमानन्द
गोवर्धन गिरिधर गोविन्द నూట 86 186 ఆచండాల ప్రతిహతరయో యస్య ప్రేమ ప్రవాహ ఆచండాల ప్రతిహతరయో
यस्य
ప్రేమ ప్రవాహ లోకాతీతో ప్యహనజహౌ లోకకల్యాణమార్గం त्रैलोक्येऽप्य प्रतिममहिमा जानकी प्राणबन्धो त्रैलोक्येऽप्य प्रतिममहिमा जानकी प्राणबन्धो भक्त्या ज्ञानं वृतवरवपुः सीतया यो हि रामः भक्त्या ज्ञानं वृतवरवपुः सीतया यो हि रामः स्तब्धीकृत्य प्रलयकलितं वाहवोतं महान्तं स्तब्धीकृत्य प्रलयकलितं वाहवोतं महान्तं हित्वा रात्रिं प्रकृतिसहजा अन्धतामेश्रा गीतं शान्तं मधुरमपि यः सिंहनादं जगर्ज सोऽयं जातः प्रतितपुरुषो रामकृष्णस्त्विदानीं सोऽयं जातः
प्रतितपुरुषो
रामकृष्णस्त्विदानीं नरदेव देव नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव
जय जय नरदेव
नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव
जय जय नरदेव
शक्ति समुद्र तरंगम संखिसमेम विजृंभितरंगम शक्ति समुद्र तरंगम दर्शित प्रेम विजृंभितरंगम संशय राक्षसनाशमहस्त्रम योमि गुरुं शरणं भव वैद्यं नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव नरदेव देव
जय जय नरदेव
अद्वय तत्त्वसमाहितचित्तं प्रोज्वल भक्तिपटावृतवृत्तम् अद्वय तत्त्वसमाहितचित्तं प्रोज्वल भक्तिपटावृतवृत्तम् कर्मकलेवरमद्भुतचेष्टम् यामि गुरुं शरणं भव वैद्यं नरदेव देव जय जय नरदेव 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 త్రీ త్రీ ఫోర్ మూడు మూడు నాలుగు चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो जन्म सफल हो जाए घट घट पूर्ण एक निरंजन घट घट
पूर्ण एक निरंजन
घट घट पूर्ण एक निरंजन घट घट पूर्ण एक निरंजन द्वैत भाव सब दूर निवारो घट घट पूर्ण एक निरंजन द्वैत भाव सब दूर निवारो चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो जन्म सफल हो जाए हृदय अंदर मंदिर माही, हृदय अंदर
मंदिर माही।
जगमग ज्योत जगे उजियारो, हृदय अंदर मंदिर माही, जगमग ज्योत जगे उजियारो। चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर, चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर। जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो, जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो, जन्म सफल हो जाए। प्रेम पुष्प से पूजन कीजे, प्रेम पुष्प से पूजन कीजे। मन दीपक धर ध्यान विचारो, प्रेम पुष्प से पूजन कीजे। मन दीपक धर ध्यान विचारो। ब्रह्मानंद उलट सुरती को, ब्रह्मानंद उलट
सुरती को।
कर दर्शन भव बंधन ठारो। ब्रह्मानंद उलट सुरती को, कर दर्शन भव बंधन ठारो। चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर, चेतन देव की सेवा करो नर। जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो, जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो, जन्म सफल हो जाए तुम्हारो, जन्म सफल हो जाए। जय भगवान श्री राम कृष्ण देव की जय, जय श्री शारदा माई की जय, जय स्वामी विवेकानंद महाराज जी की जय।